Caught me eating my second. Caught me eating my dinner right now. Now it's around 11:35 p.m. in Singapore, which is 11:35 a.m. in Eastern Standard Time with the savings time, and Mountain Standard Time 10 Mountain Standard Time 9:35 p.m. Hi everyone, I'm Pawsry. Well, it's been a while since we did the Pawsry show. Well, last week we have been mourning over in a mourning period after Doc Bomb's passing. Rest in peace, Doc Bomb. All your contributions, all of that positivity, and your legacy will go on. Right, my microphone isn't on actually. Is it actually on? Give me a moment to check. Basically, so the Pawsry show, basically, all your contributions are. Okay, so we are actually live. You can actually hear me, but nonetheless, welcome to the Pawsry show, season 1, episode 6. And going back, Dog Bomb, your legacy will continue on forever in furry fandom, and your messages will be spreaded to many. Right, so you can actually see this is my dinner. Okay, so actually I'm sitting on the floor in the living room. My god, accidental revealing. But anyways, yeah, it's quite peaceful. Right now we are not doing it in our room because I'm having dinner outside. We just cannot have food inside my bedroom because the entire room would smell. Anyways, I got some updates to share with you guys, which is basically yeah, project multilingual. I almost said monolingual. Anyways, GFTV's project multilingual is launched. It's finally approved, and we now have our official mainland Chinese Bilibili, which is Bilibili is like the mainland Chinese version of YouTube. So we now have our official Bilibili account, which through that we will be able to reach mainland Chinese audiences. Yes, and this will give us more growth as well. And another reason that I want to go with this multilingual thing because it's quite a while and I'm bilingual for now. Actually, I'm trilingual. I'm studying Indonesian. Yeah, uh, saya sekarang belajar. I try to roll the R like in Spanish R like a r. Yeah, so aku sekarang belajar bahasa Indonesia lagi. Sekarang aku bisa berbahasa sikit Indonesian, bahasa Indonesia. Oh my god, sometimes I really had to get used to the language, and Duolingo finally has a Indonesian module, so I could. Let me just turn off the notification voice. So finally Duolingo has a Indonesian language module. So through that I can actually improve my Indonesian Malay further. Well, because my foundation in Malay is actually stronger when I was young. I've been studying Malay with my friends, my teachers, and my parents as well. My mom is a Malaysian, so she can speak Malay. Then yeah, she's my mentor for quite a while. So anyways, yeah, another reason that we want to launch this project multilingual is because I want to reach more people via JFTVs. Yeah, So because I'm actually multilingual, why don't I use my multilingualism to reach more people? Yeah, so that's actually another part of the reason for the project. But for the main benefits that the project will bring is that yeah, um, so basically we will reach more audiences definitely, and also um, yeah, we can make more new furry friends because we know there are some people that couldn't converse well in English. So we hope that through our multilingual programs, we will be able to reach more people and more furries and make more new furry friends and all those things. So we've actually proposed, so not proposed, we actually confirmed that yeah, GFTV's news programs and including the Pawsry show, which is this very show that you're watching right now, will be under the project Multilingual GFTV. This means that these programs will be available in other foreign languages as well. It's not dubbing, it's not subbing or dubbing, it's me literally speaking language hosting a show. Yeah, so the shows will be the Pawsry show, which is this show, GFTV's main news program, GFTV The Furry Report, and lastly, GFTV's Morning Report. Um, so it will be available in Chinese. So GFTV's multilingual availability will be available in Chinese first because yeah, I'm better in Chinese. Indonesia, I just started to reinforce my foundation and pick up from there like a few days ago. So that's why, yeah, Chinese is more feasible. And very soon I'll be uploading a um, Chinese language furry news video by GMTV. It will be 授记授文, which will be the Chinese program name for the furry report. 授记授文. So basically, 授 means furry. It can mean monster as well, or beast. In this context, it is furry. So 授 and then 记. 记 is basically from the word 国际, which means international. So international furries, literal meaning international furries for now. 授记, international furries. And then 授文, 授 again, it's furry. And then 文 comes from the word 新闻, which means news. 授记授文, literally meaning international furry, international news, which means, yeah, furry news. That's how we name our programs. It's quite fun to do so at times. Really, I have to say all the time. And we are doing this broadcast from my living room, which, yeah, our router is just up there for best reception. We cannot afford to have any frame skips because it is really, really unglam and it's very bad. So right now, let's turn into our actual screen. Let's show you our main channel. This will be called how do you call that? Billy. No, I just go to Twitter. I just go to Twitter. Wow. Until now my food is quite hot though. Sing. Do we other likes? Okay. First star is our, I can already tell, she is our biggest fan. So let's go back to home. Where's our, okay, let's go to our channel. Yeah, everything is great. So just now there's a delay because this happened. Our content is syncing to the cloud. Let's go. So yeah, more languages, 更多, actually I should put 更 in front, 更多观点, which means more perspectives, And lebih banyak-banyak kawan-kawan furry. Indonesian for more furry friends. Indonesia, I like Indonesian because basically because the way you put your sentences is so easy, so straightforward. For example, in here means lebih banyak is like more. This means more alone, but you must put something else behind. For example, lebih banyak, which means more. Lebih, how do you call that? Lebih cantik. So if I put lebih cantik here means more beautiful, and you can put other adjectives over here, which when combined with lebih gives you more of that adjective. So kawan-kawan, yeah, Indonesian, right? To make a noun plural from kawan, which means friend, singular, put a kawan behind. Put another thing, duplicate it, write it 2 times and put a dash between. You get a plural, friends, kawan-kawan. Then you put furry behind. So it's basically like the root before you more modifiers come in and all those things. It's really, yeah, really easy, and I really love that. So actually we at first thought, do you also want a Dutch channel? But no, I suck at Dutch. Though I'm learning Dutch on Duolingo, I actually found that I'm using more of the Indonesian language courses than Dutch. So maybe lol. But anyways, here is our Bilibili channel. Right. So this is our, yeah, we still use the old logo up there. If you can see, we already changed logo. Right here. This is our official channel. For now, we don't have any videos, but we have 2 playlists over here: the Pawsry show and the Fairy Report. So, talking about the multilingual programs, virtual viewing first will be subbed because we cannot just, yeah, if I want to do a Chinese version of virtual viewing first, either I do it to mainland Taiwanese people. Actually, it's feasible if we actually can interview mainland Chinese or Taiwanese furries, or else if we are only, like so far we interview those who speak mainly English, so we have to, yeah, we have to sub it, we have to put subtitles below. So anyways, yeah, this is our channel. On this is our window to mainland China. This is our very first account on mainland China. Previously, the HRSMA and OFA has an integrated channel on Weibo, which is the Chinese version of Twitter. But however, we lost our account when I signed in with my mobile number, mobile phone. I got redirected to someone else's account, which I don't know what happened in the end. But anyways, Weibo sucks. Twitter is better. So yeah. Well, before we get everything approved, we ask these questions in these languages: Indonesian, Chinese obviously, and English. Apakah kalian mau sebuah program berita GFTV di bahasa Indonesia? Would you all like a GFTV furry news program in Indonesian? Yeah. I actually really cannot wait until that day where I can report the latest news on furry fandom to you all from our 2 new languages. Indonesian will come later on because I had to master it first. And yeah, Chinese will come first, and it will come very soon. And GFTV actually inspired someone. Literally a furry here. Basically, he put up this furry news video. He has this series. Really, I have to say, it's really good. And we are really happy that we inspired someone to become a part of this network of furries reporting on the latest from the furry fandom. yeah, so oh my god, it's delicious. And in USA now it's Saturday. In 10 minutes we will be okay. In 10 minutes, around less than 9 minutes, around 9 minutes we will be entering midnight in Singapore, which by then will be Sunday. And now because in the USA currently is Saturday, so why don't we watch Ash Coyote's latest episode of the fandom? So this is the one. Ash Coyote, we love you. We love you. Hey, no, it's like Ash Coyote really is a really big driving force when it comes to it's like the front end. I say it's the how to call it. She is the forefront of this series. I mean, why is this like forefront as if there's a movement? Actually, this series is really beneficial. In my opinion, it's quite beneficial to furries because I know it actually, yeah, some people pointed out it affects the anonymity of some furries by by showing their real faces instead of their first looks. Um, yeah, that happened. And however, I say this series is really good because this series, unlike the previous mass medias and all those things, with the exception, it's just like this is live with Lisa Ling, and yeah, there is a coverage of her fandom. Like those, I have to say these things, this series is provides a very objective viewpoint of the furry fandom. They also cite the areas which are like perceived somehow negative. They provide a balanced viewpoint, and yeah, they show the furry fandom in a very objective standpoint. They are really unbiased. Overall, this would allow viewers that are non-furries to have a good takeaway from watching this documentary. So, yeah, we love you, Ash Coyote. Thank you so much for creating this series. We continue to look forward to more of the series, and finally, the feature film. This will be one of the biggest events in the furry fandom. Well, without further ado, let me engage my remote control because everything is not going to go super smoothly if it's just like, yeah. So without further ado, let's have a watch of this series. Where's my mouse? And yeah, let me just turn this off, just turn this off.
The same job that my dad was working at, and YouTube. I wouldn't have even known about the fandom if I didn't do YouTube. I was always involved in online communities with guys who unfortunately didn't see furries in the best light.
Let's talk about furries.
Welcome to another episode of Why Does This Exist?
These are grown people dressing up as animals doing things that is not normal.
One day, in a sort of cynical sense, I made the video, The 7 Levels of Being a Furry, Dante's Edition. I'm not exactly proud of the standpoints that I took in that video.
Being a furry, because there's nothing more unholy than a furry. The further down you go,
From there, YouTube, I don't know what happened, it got into the search engines, got recommended, and all of a sudden the fandom was like right at my doorstep. The fandom came to me in some sense and introduced me to what it had to offer. What I had found in the fandom was something I had been looking for years. A group of friends that liked me for me. When everyone was coming and being like, "Do you know Majira Strawberry?" I'm like, "Who is this person?"
Ever since I was young, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Filmmaking has always been something I'm very passionate about.
I was browsing YouTube one day and I saw a Majira video. I just thought it would be something kind of fun to do and to try to do it myself.
Well, this video, I'm going to be trying to give answers to these questions.
I was going through a divorce. The Army was kicking me pretty hard in the butt. I needed somewhere to vent. A couple of my friends who I met through Vine ended up pushing me into YouTube, and that's where I started doing YouTube.
Yes.
Oh
yes,
my god.
yes.
I want to make more videos in general, and I bought a camera for kayaking, for skiing, and for furry. No microphone, no nothing, and it was very terrible.
I didn't even have a tripod, so I was literally using books to hold my phone up on my cat's cat tree. And that's why you can't find those videos anymore, because they're really crappy.
The fandom's sort of my life now. Like, all of my friends are furries. My job is a furry YouTuber, so it's even my job. It influences everything in my life.
My furry stuff started to get a lot of traction.
Decided to just jump in and try some new stuff.
And it kind of spiraled from there.
And it just kind of took off from there. I didn't want to be outed like
However,
some other way
when it comes to
have to have a
social
conversation
media,
that
I had
wasn't
to
allowed
have
to
my
have. But
mind
I
out.
told my parents last week. Furry YouTube is very heavily responsible for the growth of the furry fandom within the last few years. Like Furry Vine before Vine went away, and more recently Furry TikTok. Things like that are putting furry on an even bigger platform that exposes furry to who knows how many people.
Isn't it awesome?
My name is Beagle. I'm a graduate of UW-Madison, where I studied English. My involvement in the fandom began with a lot of literature and writing and ended up in YouTubing. YouTube started out as just kind of like a fun little thing. I wanted to just record all the fun stuff that happens at conventions and put it out for other people to see, because that was how I found the furry fandom. And eventually it just kind of grew and grew until people started knowing me as a YouTuber.
On one hand, yes, furry YouTube impacts the fandom. It's exposing it to more people. But on the other paw, it's causing big growth with conventions, and it makes it harder to get to hotels, and it makes it harder to get the artists you like and stuff like that. So it really depends how you look at it.
Even myself, I started off a year ago? And it grew up way more than I expected. And I was questioning myself, why do people enjoy what I do? And it's kind of weird and great at the same time, because hey, you're making stuff that people enjoy.
But in return, it's almost like a glass cannon in a way, where you kind of have to be careful of what's done or what's said or who is involved necessarily. One small negative action that's taken out of context can kind of ruin all that, unfortunately.
I ran into some small drama myself recently. The video that I did, there was a lap dance. And to me, it seems kind of absurd that people are being kind of judgmental. There is way more sexualized stuff in just a normal pop music video from your favorite artists. In the end, people are people. adults are adults. Some people try to push that under the rug, but the worst thing you could do is actually try to create a fake image, because it is a thing, it always will be, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I kind of found myself very narrow in what I was able to do, in who I was able to go to and who I was able to trust. My community, who I was with before, had unfortunately turned their back on me. I didn't really have anyone. During that time in my life, I was very suicidal and depressed, and I'm willing to admit that now. A lot of the communities outside of the fandom don't really like to get involved with feelings or emotions, especially in the form of depression or suicide. A lot of people like to put that to the side or pretend it's not real, unfortunately. Even with my fraternity, a group of brothers that I had developed, some of them don't exactly want to deal with that sort of thing. But with the fandom, even some people that I barely met, they're there for me, and they're some of my best friends now. We had only met for an hour, and then I'm opening up to them, and then they're opening up to me, and it's how did this happen?
I feel like we're so together, and we interact with each other, and we help each other a lot. I wouldn't be able to do what I do, with YouTube, without the support of my friends who will do things like help me film something, or make a cameo in a video, or anything like that. We all care about each other, and we want each other to be successful.
With anxiety, confronting it is the absolute best way I find to overcome it over time and get better. Doing furry YouTube helps me with my own anxiety, so I'd really like to think it has a really good impact on people.
I was originally going to go back after the military and go work at the same job that my dad was working at, and YouTube helped me realize that I have a lot more skills than what I thought originally. To be able to say, hey, I want to do this. I hope you guys love it.
If I could go back and explain to myself at the beginning of this year and told me about everything I had done, everything that I had achieved, all the friends that I had made, I would have thought I was crazy. I went from such a low point to such a high point, all because of the fandom.
Put it simply, the furry fandom is a group of people with a similar interest in colorful cartoon animals. This idea of a fandom highlights a sense of community for people to find and befriend others in a safe environment. From the sense of community, and similarly to other visual objects.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm the editor of the series. We wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and if you liked what you've seen so far, please go and visit our Kickstarter page, where we're trying to fund a feature-length documentary that'll explore the furry fandom in even more depth. We're going to go back to the early years of the fandom and show the origins of this community, how it was built into what we know it as today. So thank you so much for watching, and we really appreciate your support.
Oh my god, I feel really touched though. I feel like crying, but my tears just couldn't come out. Something's holding me back or something. My goodness. But yeah, anyways, this is Furry YouTube, episode 4, season 1 of the fandom. And yeah, we will go to HR Smith's website. I just talked about the multilingual program names, right? Okay, just search for GFTV. I don't think this is going to work at all. Dang it. So we are finally listed up here, and yeah, so right here. Oh, okay. This one. So they're gonna show you the program names over here. That was an accept, of course. And yeah, right here. So these are in order. These are English titles, and down here are our proposed out second, third language programs. So these are in order. That means this and this are the same thing. This and this, the same thing, and so on. And yeah, this is how it looks like. And yeah, we're going to change our morning report's Chinese name as well. We are going to revamp as well. Actually, if you noticed for GFTV Pawsry show, we hadn't revamped its intro yet because we saw our old logo down there. My god. So yeah, this was our international programs names and all that stuff. So I actually don't know what to do now because yeah, I don't know. Actually, don't know what to do now. I feel so bored right now. Don't know what my friends are doing. They're like not talking at all. Feel quite alone, but just a lonely wolf. Ha. Okay, don't know what the heck my friends are doing. So yeah, let me just switch it back to camera transition. Well, so I hope it's transition, but yeah, so for now we have, so that's like pretty much it for the Pawsry show right now. We will resume first stream and how do you call that again? Jab TV Fairwave tomorrow. Yes, we will resume them tomorrow. And yeah, we will very soon get started and get on with our new Chinese news programs. I'm going to find translating English articles fun. Ironically, I speak Chinese and yet I do this, okay? Because some areas like formal language, I somehow struggle in that area, so that can be a challenge. And also phrasing is also crucial as well. Not to mention. I'll get one more later. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Pawsry show. And yeah. So see you all tomorrow, and that's pretty much it for our program. Pawsry Wolf. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.